What it is, ladies and gents, welcome back to another I Hate the Homies podcast episode. This is episode number 45. I would be Rock Teasy for Sheezy.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's Griff, the first homie, in 45. I got two for y'all. Archie Griffin, the only human being to win 2 Heisman Trophy winners back-to-back, and Michael Jordan when he played for the Birmingham Barons, and then he came back to Chicago as number 45. How about that? Now, I hate the homies.
I'll give you that. I'll give you those right there. Go ahead, Dave.
Why do you give him that so easy, man?
I mean, those
Don't do that, Dave. Them is sweet.
At least
and I hate Ohio State.
I would give you Michael Jordan.
But he got an amazing last name, that Archie Griffin dude.
I mean, he's accurate. At least he's accurate this week, Super Dave.
And this is your boy. Oh, God.
Don't do me.
This is your boy, Super Dave. But guess what?
We don't
care.
Let's get right into it, man. So this week we're going to follow up and touch on NCAA men's Final Four. It is set, and at the time of this episode, the women's Final Four, 2 are in and 2 will be in after today. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, we're going to touch on that. Also, the Lakers' former teammate Mario Chalmers of LeBron James says that nobody really fears LeBron James.
Ooh.
So we're going to compare fear for LeBron James when you're playing against him versus fear playing against Michael Jordan. You know, there's always going to be a comparison. You know,
always.
You can't have sports talk without comparing somebody to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And then Cam Newton, man, he responds to Shannon Sharpe calling him a random. After Cam Newton
he said he ain't a random, or it's a bunch of randoms. It's 32 randoms.
Yeah, he said, how are these random quarterbacks getting jobs and he ain't got no job? So Shannon was like, dude, you a random. So he responded to that.
They sound like children. You a random. No, you a random. No, you a random.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We got random on this show, too.
Yeah, he just spoke.
No, Griff.
You walked into that one, dog. You walked into that one, man. But we can't not have another part of this doggone show without HBCU All-Star Weekend. That's gonna be happening April the 2nd, man. The men's Final Four in Houston, Texas. So we'll get into that, break all that down, and I believe, Griff, you got an exclusive interview with one of the coaches.
Oh, man, I'm talking to the coach, the main coach, the CEO, the founder, Coach Travis Williams. I'm geeked about it.
Oh, yeah, man. Trav Will in the building. So I Hate the Homies about to get ready to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Ray Duggar.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, Griff call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
All right, man, before we get started, we got to shout out to our amazing partner, McDonald's, man, because this episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by McDonald's McCrispy Sandwich. And we'll let you guys know about that here real soon. Let's jump right into the Final Four, man. The men's Final Four is all the way set right about now. Like, one team is kind of, you know, we recognize one team. Like, they've been there before. They normally get to the Sweet 16 at least, or whatever, in UConn.
Yeah.
But there's 3 other teams.
You got to think of the old UConn players, the Richard Hamilton and Kemba Walker and
Yes, sir.
Emeka Okafor.
Come on,
and
dog.
Two of them ain't really do. That's all. But I was just gonna say, Emeka didn't do nothing in the NBA. Rich got him a championship with the Pistons, and Kemba Walker, the verdict is still out on dude. He had a bad back or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he hadn't been the same since that injury, man. Because he was like handling his business until that happened. So
and he got brittle.
It is what it is, man. But the other 3 teams in the Final Four, like Miami knocking off the number 2 Texas, getting to the Final Four for the first time in Miami Hurricane men's basketball history. Like, we know they known for football, but
They're a basketball team now, dog.
Come on, dog.
Their basketball school, I think, is a big deal. But shout out to Texas, who got rid of their coach in the beginning of the year, made it all the way to the Elite Eight, You know what I'm saying? With a new coach.
Interim coach.
Interim. Yeah. But it says a lot. Let me tell you something. If I'm an interim coach and I make it to the Elite Eight, talk to me different. You can get that adjective off my name.
Man, they better get that dude that job.
They better give him the money and the job.
He earned it. Yes, indeed. And then San Diego State is the other team.
Happy for them.
Man, and Cinderella of Cinderellas, Florida Atlantic Owls in the building. Yo.
The only person I ever even knew that went to San Diego State was your boy that plays for the Clippers right now, New Balance. What's his name? Quietly will get you 34.
Oh, you talking about Kawhi Leonard?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's and I think they have been a staple in the West since Kawhi was there. So it's awesome to see where they're at right now, man. But they was playing defense. I watched a bunch of, hey, man, it was a good weekend in basketball, dog.
Hey, I'm going to say something,
Don't oversell that.
What do you mean?
Don't oversell that. It was a great weekend.
I mean, their game was 50 points, 50, half of 50 or better. But I'm just saying they played good defense going in to that game that got them to the Final Four.
I think the best game from the Sweet 16, for the whole entire tournament, was the Kansas State-Michigan State game. The game that went in overtime.
That was a good game, but you can't say that.
But that was
a great. Don't you were texting me back and forth on that one.
It was a good game. I'm not a hater, dog. I'm just saying. But we're either one of those teams right now. Let's not live in the past.
I'm not living in the past, but that was a great game. You had guys that actually scored in the game. The game went into overtime, and that kid, well, ain't no kid. He's a grown man because he's about to graduate and probably head to the NBA. Marquez Noel.
Yep.
19 assists in that Sweet 16 game.
That was ignorant. That was ignorant.
19 assists.
He was distributing.
That's 40 points. That's 38. 39 points. Something.
I mean, I know the guy's they say he's 5'8", probably 5'7", because you know how we, the short guys, we do lie.
Want to throw an inch and a half?
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do sometimes. But I think he can get a job in the NBA. The way he played in this tournament, it's about making your name in a tournament. Yeah, he made his name in the tournament.
Yeah, his stock went up. His stock went up, man. And so we got San Diego State and Florida Atlantic University versus Miami and UConn. So those are the matchups.
Florida Atlantic has the center, but just like that center that you liked for Purdue, they can be stopped. These 7-footers or whatever, but he is playing good. I watched 2 of his games. Florida, them Owls. I don't know.
They scary, dog. They scary.
A team that hadn't won a tournament game end up winning what? 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're fearless
and about to head to the Final Four. And really, they have a shot.
Yeah, they do.
But nobody's first of all. 4 of these teams are Cinderella teams, and nobody not saying Cinderella out loud no more because these teams are dope, dog. It is going to be this San Diego State, Florida Atlantic game is going to be good.
But see, I think we'll watch it, but I'm telling you, people like the known. We like to know Duke. We like to know North Carolina, Kansas, those teams. It's hard to sell people on San Diego State, Florida Atlantic.
I'm excited for the Aztecs, dog. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
West Side.
For
reals. You can't be mad. And guess what? Yep. All it shows is small programs with good players can do whatever they want to. And I love that I'm not a basketball fan like I'm a football fan, but I appreciate college basketball, man. Them kids the recruiting that San Diego State about to get. What's his name came out of San Diego State? Marshall Faulk?
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk came out of San Diego State.
Yes, sir. So who y'all got? That's the Final Four. Who y'all got winning now? We already
Wait a minute. Let's go over what we said last week. I wrote it down.
Well, all of our brackets are busted, man. So this is a whole new doggone 4 new teams.
Oh no, these are the 4 teams I picked.
We went over last. Hold on.
Talking about
last one we said 2 of us said UCLA. Dave said Gonzaga. And they out of it.
Everybody out of it.
Then we both said Houston, and Dave said Miami.
Thank you.
Both of us said I had Xavier. You 2 had Texas. Nobody picked UConn. We all had Arkansas. Me and you picked Alabama. Dave had San Diego. But we all picked Tennessee over Florida Atlantic. Yeah. And then we two of us picked Michigan State, and then Dave picked K-State.
Now,
So
how much do you want to believe Griff right now? It's the same guy that throw us the numbers at the beginning of the show.
first of all, my gigantic tall friend.
I don't know if I
That's how
believe that.
absurd that is. That's how absurd that is. First of all, Andre the Ungiant.
5'8". 5'8".
No, that's what y'all say on paper. I'm gonna need a measuring stick the next time I'm in there. But we can skip last podcast and like my man said, right now, San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic. I'm going with the Aztecs.
Man, I'm going with Florida Atlantic. I'm going with the Owls, baby. I'm jumping on the bandwagon right now. Dave, who you got?
They don't stand a chance if Rock is on there, so I'm going San Diego State.
Okay, 2 Aztecs, 1 Owl. The U, as I make my hand make that gesture. The U versus UConn's men, who already have 4 championships. This will be their 5th one. Who you got in that?
Man, listen, when you can knock off the number 1 and the number 2 seed,
Yeah.
it's hard to bet against Miami. And now here's the deal. Miami can be so high and excited from knocking off the number 1 and 2 seeds, they can go into this Final Four kind of like not really cruising, but just kind of like, man, if we can beat them, we can beat anybody, and may get clipped. Do I think that's gonna happen? No, I'm going with the Hurricanes.
Don't do that to those kids, man.
I'm also going with the Hurricanes. Dave?
You know, I like the Canes because the one thing they can do, they don't rely on a 3-point shot. And that's what you see most of these. You watch this tournament.
Yeah, them boys was brick all threes. Them boys start breaking
They
it.
making a house,
Let's
man.
slow down. Let's slow down and make some layups real
Exactly.
quick.
Miami plays old school basketball. They get on the inside. They make the 2-point. I mean, if you're missing those threes, they're making those twos. That's how they beat Texas. I want to go with the Canes, but I think UConn with their size and the way they play defense, right now they're the best team left in the tournament, and they will win the championship.
You got them? Okay, so I'm saying San Diego versus Miami. Miami wins it all.
That would be an amazing freaking story. But
I would love, right.
the only story that'll be better than that is Florida Atlantic winning it all.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's shift over to the women's Final Four. It's halfway set at the point of this episode. Iowa and
we
LSU.
still waiting. Yeah, we still waiting for South Carolina and Maryland. That's tonight. Unless something crazy happens, the Terrapins should lose that game, and then Virginia Tech versus Ohio State.
Yeah, Virginia Tech should win that one right there as well. So, we should have a Virginia Tech-South Carolina finals, which is pretty much the 2 teams that I have. No, you know what? I had Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana
They
as
lost
the final.
they lost. Who was the girl? Them big girls just took them out over the weekend. Indiana got shook, dog. They wasn't supposed to lose that game.
But we all agree that South Carolina is going to be the national champions on the women's
Don
side.
Staley.
But
Don Staley and them cut the net again.
And the coach for LSU.
Kim Mulkey.
Yes. Did you see what she had on the other day?
Yeah, with the feathers, with the pink feathers.
What was that, man?
Hey, man, she's from Louisiana, man. That's a Cajun thing.
Yeah,
That is a Cajun thing?
Yeah.
Well, not just a Cajun thing, but it's the whole. What do they do out
Mardi
there?
Gras?
Yeah, it's that thing. It's that thing.
Absolutely. So
French.
When she was at the press conference, she's sitting there, talking with the media. My wife walks in and sees that. She says, "So is that the chair on the side?"
Oh no, that was her outfit.
Y'all better stop
She
talking
was-
about Kim Mulkey. She's one of
Y'all
the
better
greatest
leave
of all
that lady
time.
alone.
She's great.
Listen.
I'm just talking about the outfit, man. We can talk about outfits. We did it 2
And
weeks ago
don't
with Oscar.
sleep on LSU.
Hey, yeah, don't sleep on it. But, man, I think they're going to finally listen, man, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's gonna be fun.
Iowa got a white girl out there called Caitlin Clark that's killing them, man. She has
Man!
a 41-point triple-double.
Man!
Shooting it from the freaking doggone Gilligan's Island. But she's been doing that for the last 2 years, man. I mean, that's her. That's what she's known for, man. She got that Steph Curry range, man, doing her thing. So you got to respect her out there.
Let me ask you this, and how is your daughter's team in the NIT?
Man, they just got beat by in-conference rival Columbia. So we knocked Columbia out of the NCAA March Madness tournament. Like if they would have beat us, they would have punched their ticket to the March Madness tournament. But we beat
so
them.
It was payback for Columbia.
Oh man, it was going. We got down 20 points. They jumped on us and we got down 20 points. We come storming back within 2. And almost got it, man. And then they got us at the end. So they beat us 71-76. I mean, 77-71. And but Harmony, my daughter, I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I was about to say, how did she finish in the season and the rankings? I know you and your wife is close and big on that.
All that stuff, man. She had 23 points in the game, 7 rebounds, like 6 or 7 assists. She was top first team, all Ivy. She finished,
good, dog.
I think, second or third in scoring, first in what is it? I don't got all the stats, man, but she was like in top 5 in all categories.
In all the categories?
In
nice.
Ivy,
She's a sophomore? What is she?
She's a sophomore. She got 2 more years, man. So,
nice.
Your daughter is cold. I'm not going to lie
Your
to you.
daughter cold, dog.
My
I
wife
started
sit there
looking
and
at
watch
other
her.
YouTubes of her, and I was like, okay. I was purposely not looking at the ones you were sending us because I was like, oh, he a father. Go
Yeah,
on.
exactly. That's what I said.
Let me see what the commentators say. And I heard one game a commentator was like, ooh, Turner.
You and Crystal should be very proud of Harmony.
Oh, yes.
Should Harmony be proud of her father? No.
I was waiting for it, dog.
Yeah, it was too easy of a
She's
setup.
seen
dog.
his pics. She's seen his pics. It's
That's
nothing to be
right.
proud of.
That's right. I picked Harvard women to get this deep into the doggone NIT, so it is what it
But
is.
you took your daughter out, too, like you've taken all these other schools out. They're just kids, Rock. They're just kids.
Hey, man, I'm in proud daddy mode, so it is what it is. We ready for the next year. So
Straight up.
I tell her, enjoy the moment and then go hug and love on your teammates and tell them that you're proud of them as well. So that's what we do. So one of LeBron James's former teammates, Mario Chalmers, believes that nobody has fear to play against Bron. And then he compared it to how people used to be fearful to play against Michael Jordan. So we're going to ask the question, man, is it fair to continue to compare LeBron and Michael Jordan, and should players fear LeBron because players fear Jordan? We're going to give you our thoughts and opinions on that as well. So that's coming up next. All right, so before we get into this doggone Mario Chalmers, LeBron, and all this stuff, man, let's say this episode of I Hate the Homies is brought to you by our friends and homies, McDonald's McCrispy Sandwich.
It's the same crispy chicken sandwich you love. Rename McCrispy to let the world know it's reached iconic menu status and is here to stay.
Can you say the word iconic again? Because it's really that. It is an iconic sandwich.
Iconic.
The McCrispy has the same pickles, that buttery bun you love. Y'all like that? The same silver bag and the crispy crumbs at the bottom.
That's the best
of the
part, bro.
bag. Yeah, it's just a level up with a new name and an amazing new flavor.
Man.
Bacon and Ranch have entered the chat. Introducing the Bacon Ranch McCrispy.
Now, that's your favorite, right, Super Dave?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, dog. Let's go back to the crispy crumbs at the bottom, man, because people, you don't disrespect those crispy crumbs at the bottom.
They're important.
Save it for the end, because you can literally take a spoon and scoop them up and just enjoy it like you having a bowl of cereal, dog, on it.
Man, if you thought the McCrispy was buzzing, wait until you get a taste of it.
So pull up on a McCrispy and the new Bacon Ranch McCrispy at your local participating Mickey D's today. Bacon and ranch available for a limited time only. All right, so let's get back into this Mario Chalmers situation, man. So he's one of LeBron James' former teammates. They played together with the Miami Heat.
Won 2 championships with LeBron.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Or LeBron helped him win 2 championships in Miami.
I haven't heard his name since those championships, but go ahead.
Hey, man, he says, quote, nobody fears Bron. Nobody's like, damn, I got to go play against Bron tonight. Nobody said that. I don't know why. But I seen people be scared when they actually line up to him, but they not scared thinking about that matchup. You hear anybody from the era that talk about going against Michael Jordan? There's a fear. So when you have people that fear a player, then that tells you something different about them. So let's get straight to the point, man.
I'll start. Mario, you 36. You the best thing that came out of Anchorage, Alaska. and you would almost not be because that boy from Duke, what was his name, Rock, from Anchorage, Alaska, light skinned. He was sweet. He was the assassin, the Anchorage assassin or something.
Ooh.
Anyway, I'm going to pull it up. Mario, stop trying to get online again. You got 2 rings. I know you're trying to make everybody remember you again, dog, but it's over. Mario, stop it. Stop it right now.
And he's
You're just trying to make LeBron say something.
And he's backtracking his statement now about what he said. I don't think he should. I think we all know, because we've seen from the past former players in the NBA of Michael Jordan's era have even expressed that they had fear going against this guy each and every single night. The only one I could name that didn't have any fear, that wanted to go toe-to-toe with Michael Jordan, is who?
Russell.
No, Kobe Bryant.
No, Kobe. You remember Kobe wanted that.
Kobe wanted that.
He wanted that.
He didn't understand why people feared Michael Jordan.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
Let's not forget about Utah Jazz Russell. Now, he the one that said, hey, I'm guarding Jordan. Back in them eras when they was going at it in the playoffs, he's like, I'm not. Even though Jordan got the best of him most of the time.
But we don't know how he was at night in his own house, in his own room. And was he sweating, thinking about Michael Jordan? Yes, he was.
And you know who else wasn't afraid of to cover Michael?
Who?
The glove. Gary
I
Payton.
was about to say.
Gary Payton was like, let's go. Shoot, man. I mean, but I don't think you can really, man, listen. It's not fair to compare.
You scared to go against LeBron. Don't do it. Don't do it. You hate that your kids is going to like LeBron more than they like you. Whoever got to go against him, don't downplay him. He's a problem.
Absolutely.
He's a proper problem. And anybody who's, of course, you a man, so you ain't supposed to be scared of nothing. And you in the league, and he put on his shorts the same way, blah, blah, blah. It's some fear in the back of your head.
Well, see, I don't know.
I disagree with you on that.
Man. I don't know if I can agree with that, dog. Because look,
no.
Listen,
People respect LeBron James, but I don't think people fear LeBron James.
Listen,
he's older now. Don't do him like that. You used to
back
have
then.
fear. Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Rob.
I'm not disrespecting LeBron. I'm not disrespecting Jordan either. I'm in a mindset, and I teach my kids this, man. Listen, if you're going to play sports and you want to compete on a high level, you cannot fear nobody. You got to put the fear into your opponent. Because if you step on any court, any field, and you already intimidated about the person that you're about to play, you've already lost. So I don't care if the person is better than you. I don't care if the person gets the best of you. That don't mean that you should go into it already beat mentally.
With your tail between your legs.
So it's not a point. I'm not disrespecting none of the players, none of the greats, LeBron, Jordan, or anybody. But I'm like, listen, I don't think you should fear. Go out there and compete and show them that you're better than them. And if you're not, then okay, you got to tip your hat, shake your hand, and say, hey, you beat me tonight. It is what it is, and keep it moving. I'll be back next time.
But I understand what you're saying. But guys have said that they did fear Jordan. They did probably say it when they were playing Jordan, but after
they
the
definitely
fact.
said it after they retired in them documentaries.
They said they feared Michael Jordan.
Right.
And that's fine. I mean, you have guys, and the fear is, this guy has an incredible game, and his mindset is to go out and kill you.
Yep.
And to go out and dominate you. It ain't that many players in the NBA. LeBron is nowhere close. I'm not downing him. People respect LeBron. But Michael is on a different planet. He's a different kind of problem. And I think the only person that came close to what Jordan was is Kobe Bryant.
What person was that?
Kobe Bryant.
That's it.
I can't even disagree with that. I can't disagree with that.
It's those two players that love basketball, and I'm not down to anybody else, but they went out and say, I want to take your heart out, cut your heart out, put it on a stick, and watch you look at your own heart. That's what they did every single night. And they had motivation to beat teams and beat players every single night. You don't have that in the NBA right now. Not like that.
Yeah, not like that. I mean, you got some dogs in the NBA.
Got some dogs.
But like you like even Giannis Antetokounmpo, like he just ain't got that. He
no,
a dog.
you ain't scared of him.
But you ain't
just
scared
know
of
he could. Yeah,
he's a hell of a player. Yeah, he's a hell of a player.
You got to respect that part, but you ain't going, I don't know what I'm going to do against Giannis.
It was MJ, and that's why I hate that Mario's backing away from it, but he's taking heat from players that's playing now like Draymond Green, Tristan Thompson. They dogging him out right now. But I think his statement is true. I would have said the same thing. I didn't play with LeBron, but the whole point is the person that I know I've heard people say, and I watch Michael Jordan play, I watch LeBron play. People fear Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They definitely.
You better have.
And you would have wanted to.
Yeah, that dude was in the heads of his opponent like no other.
He found reasons to
like-
play better against you.
Yeah.
He made
Yeah.
up stuff.
Yeah.
So he can play each and every night. And these guys
Yeah.
now are taking time off during the NBA season. They get 3 or 4 games off, not hurt.
Man, come on, man.
Player management.
We can be on. We can go to a whole nother episode talking about that part of the game.
We gotta talk to Michael Jordan one day, man.
Yeah, we got to get him on our Hate the Homies, man.
And we gotta not talk to him. Who was you? We gotta really chop it up with him, man. But and that player I was talking about, the Alaskan assassin, Trajan Langdon. Remember him?
John Langdon.
And then peep this.
What happened to
I'm
him?
about to tell you what happened to him. He's now the GM of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Look at you.
How about that?
Come on, man.
That's research. That's kind of research
I
I'm
love
talking
it.
about.
He was a
Damn.
dog in college.
Why can't we get this at the beginning of the show? Why can't
The
we get this at the
NBA.
beginning of the
Man, I
show?
said Archie Griffin and Michael Jordan when he came back from playing baseball. Grow up. 45.
Right, dog. So
Why are you yelling?
what you get
So
mad
sensitive.
for?
Barack Obama. How about that?
There you go.
Sensitive.
So on that note, man, it's understood. We as we gonna continue to always debate, Jordan is on this whole island, and then it's everybody else, including LeBron James. Do we agree or disagree with that?
And Barack was 44. That means, man, that means
Brock,
Trump
move
was
on,
45.
please.
My
Brock,
bad.
take it somewhere else, please.
Maybe Super Dave is right.
Did you say 45? So
I said 45
that's
with his
Trump.
straight face. I know.
what I'm saying?
I didn't even catch it the first time, dog.
I know, me neither. And then I thought about it, I was like, 45. No, we ain't like
Doesn't
45.
know when to stop. I gave him a compliment. He didn't know how to accept that. He
You
wanted
know
to
when-
go on.
You're a comedian. You should know when to get off the stage, dog.
Get off.
Thank you. Enjoy the meal.
All right, so let's talk about Cam Newton. And he calling a whole bunch of quarterbacks in the NFL that has jobs currently randoms, and he want to know why they still getting jobs and he ain't. Then Shannon Sharpe pretty much said, listen, bruh, you a random. That's why you ain't got a job. And, of course, Cam going to respond to that as well. So we're going to get into that next.
Cam, it's 2023. You one of them randoms. I hate to break it to him, Skip.
Yeah.
The last time Cam Newton won a game was 2020. The last time he passed for 3,000 yards in a season was 2018. The last time he started every game in a season was 2017. The last time he started a playoff game was 2017. The last time he made the Pro Bowl was 2015. Cam is basing everything on what he once was. I don't know if Cam has looked at film from 2020 and 2021, but he wasn't good. I don't know who's in his ear. I don't know. Because Skip, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and everybody that's watching, and Cam.
And him.
Cam, you hadn't been good for a very long time, bro. And all you do is put down, well, how these randoms. I'm gonna tell you something. They probably not telling you in your circle. That's how the league looks at you now. You're one of them randoms.
You want to go
Wow.
first, Super Dave?
Everything, and I'm not a huge Shannon Sharpe fan, but everything he said, he broke everything down for you. It's really nothing to reply to because that's the same thing that he said, I agree with. Cam wants to be a starter in the NFL. If he has a shot to be anything, it's a backup. I remember seeing him in New England. He couldn't play for Bill Belichick.
Man.
Then he went back to the place where they let him go,
Where he-
which was Carolina.
Right.
And he looked bad in 2021. At some point, you got to sit up here and say, it's over. It is over unless you accept the role of being a backup. That's what you are if you get a chance to play in the NFL. You're not a starter anymore. We've seen bad football, and I can name other quarterbacks in the NFL that have been bad, but we're talking about Cam Newton right now. He is not a starter, and I'm telling you right now, he still sees himself as a starter, and if I'm a GM, I don't touch this guy. I don't bring this guy in because he's not part of reality. He's not dealing with reality. He's lost it. He saw what he did in 2020 and 2021. It's over for Cam unless he wants to be a backup and hold that clipboard.
And there's another
Well-
there's another piece to add to this, and then I'll let you throw your sauce on there, Griff.
Okay.
Everything you said and everything Shannon said, I 100% agree. And then you got this other part, the locker room piece. Just because Cam does believe that he's a starter, what kind of teammate will he be if he is?
Because don't nobody want no cancer, dog.
Yeah. If he is the second or the third string, is he going to just really accept that role and be a great mentor if it's a younger quarterback? Or just sit there like you know who's the best backup, in my opinion, just from afar looking in, is
Fitzgerald.
Jameis Winston. And then he got his spot to be a starter. He's finna go back to be a backup. But, you know, that's how you do it. If he can come in and do that, then as a coach or a GM, okay, come on, Cam, come be my third string quarterback and continue to work.
And move up.
And you never know what could happen.
And somebody might blow their ACL, second play of spring training.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, so I wouldn't go so far as what Dave said and say I wouldn't touch him. But if he is willing to humble himself and come in as
that's the word.
That's that if word. And come in.
And some people don't say humble with an H. They say humble.
Humble, exactly.
No H.
What's the accurate
humble
way?
yourself, homie. I don't care. It's understood both ways.
There it
Cam
is.
need to humble. He need to humble himself.
But I said don't touch him as a starter.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
So if
No,
he,
you're right.
Yeah. So if he can accept that role as a backup, then okay, cool. I'll definitely bring him in. Let's go. And if you start tripping, you got to go, dog.
Even Michael Vick, you think about what coming, you know, when he had the dog incident and then went to jail, came back, played for Philly, was a starting quarterback. At some point, he had to accept the role of being what?
A backup.
A backup.
Yeah.
And I think
But he knew it, though. He wasn't delusional. He wasn't going on podcasts and going out loud. He just wanted to be where he was again. But he knew he had to work for it. He knew he had to earn the fans' respect. And he had a plan for himself. So I don't want to compare Mike Vick to Cam Newton, but I will say this. I'm looking at all 32 quarterbacks. Now I'm going to skip the. He's definitely better than Davis Mills with Houston. He's definitely better than Andy Dalton. He's definitely better than Jacoby Brissett.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely better than Kenny Pickett. So out of 32, he's definitely better and could start at 4 of those positions. I don't think it's over.
Wait a minute, dog.
Yeah,
Back up.
I think he could start over Kenny Pickett, Jacoby Brissett, Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Come on, Griff.
Dog. Who is Davis Mills? Who is he?
Listen.
Who is Davis Mills, dog?
Who
is Davis Mills, dog?
Here's what.
You're
Listen.
going by the name of Cam Newton. Cam Newton had his name back in the day.
I'll take Jacoby Brissett all day long over Cam Newton right now. Yes. Now, as far as the other players, as far as the other quarterbacks you mentioned, I would put Cam Newton on their level. Like he's no different than those other quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. He's no. Hey,
but no,
Davis Mills,
you said he was better. I'm not gonna go so far and say he's
Newton
better.
is definitely better than Davis Mills.
He's about this at this point. This goes back to what Shannon Sharpe said. Now, those are kind of random quarterbacks that just happen to be starting on teams that ain't got quarterbacks.
I'm bringing up 2015, Cam. You right.
Come on, man. You got to be
problem.
honest with it.
I'm saying go back to 2021 when he got a chance to play for Carolina again.
And he messed it up.
You remember that?
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to remember that, right?
Look.
Because it was hard to watch him go back to where they started him, and he was the MVP, and he took him to the Super Bowl, and then he let down the whole fan base.
Cam. Cam. So, look, we root for Cam, and we hope he does get a job, get him on somebody's roster. But, man, just listen. Nothing wrong with Cam believing in himself. You always want to bet on yourself, so I don't have a problem with what he's saying.
He better than Davis Mills, dog.
I don't know, dog.
I don't know.
Let's just go ahead and move on to something else.
I think he's better.
I think he better than Davis. Don't do him like that, though.
Griff, you getting lost in the name.
He
That's
better
the problem.
than Kenny Pickett, dog.
Hey, dog.
You getting lost in the name. That's the problem.
Baby, I call it like I see it, bro.
You getting lost in Cam Newton's name.
I'm a little biased. Because my son was Cam's fullback for 2 years at Westlake. I sat next to Cam's dad most Fridays. I know his little brother. I know his mama. I've known Cam since he was a little boy.
So get out your feelings, dog.
I'm gonna definitely get out my feelings, but I would like to end it with this. He better than Kenny Pickett.
If you were a GM, on a football team,
if
right
I'm a
now,
GM, I wouldn't pick him to start nothing because of his attitude, number one. But I'm just saying, are we talking about pure athleticism? Because he's been a problem with that since he was a child, dog.
So let me tell you what I would do with Cam Newton. Put him at tight end. Let's go play some some football.
But he ain't gonna do that.
He ain't gonna do that.
No, he was the one who said he the one who told the NFL, everybody keep hitting me.
Shoot, man. Cam may make an actually pretty dope tight end when you think about it, dog.
No, he don't. Somebody gonna hit Cam in his chest. Coming to one of these young linebackers out of Georgia who hate Auburn anyway.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna keep it moving, man. And I'm not disrespecting Cam. I root for Cam. I really hope he gets on somebody's roster. But I would go sign Ryan Fitzpatrick and bring him out of retirement before I sign Cam Newton. I'm just gonna keep it real, dog.
I have to agree with it. I have to agree with Rob.
What?
I know. I really have to. I'm not on that Cam Newton bandwagon like you are, Griff. I mean, I didn't get a chance to sit with his father and talk to his mother and hold up a sign that cheers for Cam Newton, like you're doing now.
And the homie Griff got a chance to sit down with Travis L. Williams, who is the actual founder and CEO of HBCU All-Stars, LLC. He's the brother with the vision to put this on, man. So, Griff, it's on you, big dog.
Hey, guys, I told y'all I'm excited to talk to Coach Williams, Coach Travis L. Williams with the HBCU All-Stars. Coach, now, I known you from Georgia State. Wow. Your publicist just reminded me this morning, you done came a long way since then.
Wow, man, I'm telling you, man, been knowing you. That's what I was telling her. I'm like, man, Grip, we go way back, man, in the grind. So truly excited, man, from back in the days of our relationship to where we are now, brother. Happy to join your show, man. Excited. Thank you for having me.
So April 2nd, not only is everybody going to be in Dallas or Houston, should I say, for March Madness, but you have just put together the first HBCU All-Star. You the founder. I'm looking at man, tell me about your passion for this. And I really want to know, you got time on this interview. Tell me when you thought about it, how long did it take, and how long did it get? I mean, you on CBS and Paramount Plus, dog. That means next year it's going to be all the sponsorship, and next year it's going dog, I know this your baby.
God, man, I think you hit it on the head. God is a God-driven vision that was launched in October 2019 after a successful 17-year college basketball career. So God placed this vision in my spirit and said, you getting ready to do something to change the trajectory of our HBCUs and have an opportunity to celebrate the best of Black college basketball at the highest level. And so I've been on both sides. So like I said, when you and I started a long time ago, I was coaching at Georgia State University. And so I've been on both sides, the PWI side and also the HBCU side. 8 of my 17 years of coaching were at HBCU. So I'm proud to say I got an opportunity to slide over in that head coaching seat at Tennessee State University in Fort Valley. I've kind of seen it all. And so in October 2019, during the 2020 Final Four that was scheduled to be at Mercedes-Benz, and of course, we were a few weeks out from hosting the first ever HBCU All-Star game on a HBCU campus at that time, Morehouse College. And of course, the pandemic hit, brother. And as you know, it shut our world down and just the dynamics of everything. But I take it back to when God placed his vision in my spirit. I had to go to my wife and say, hey, God placed his vision in my spirit. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make some personal, professional, and financial sacrifices. And so my wife said, listen, I've been with you. I'm ride or die. And so that's what we set aside, is that have a loving, supporting, and caring wife at the house to really support this vision on that level, both personal and professional. And so, and like I said, we're looking at when everything started opening back up in 2021, the Indianapolis pandemic. And so too many restrictions for us to do it in Indianapolis. And as you mentioned, to signing a great partnership with CBS Sports, man. Unheard of, homie. Yeah. And I'm talking about a great partnership, just not no DEI, put your stamp and all that stuff. 110% bought into the vision and what we were doing. And so we made history, Griff. In April 2022, Final Four weekend in New Orleans, the first ever HBCU All-Star games ever during college basketball weekend, Final Four weekend. We hosted the first ever HBCU All-Star game in April 2022. And I'm telling you, now we are less than 6 days as we speak, to hosting the first ever HBCU All-Star game here in Houston. As you can see, I'm here at Texas Southern University on that campus. In 6 days, this will be the first ever HBCU All-Star game hosted on the HBCU campus during Final Four weekend in Houston with the best in Black college basketball, an opportunity to celebrate us on the highest and grandest level. So, man, it's all God. You ask, it's all God, God, God. I am just being obedient, brother.
Let me just first say shout out to your supporting wife as creatives and entertainers, and as a coach. You live the same entertainer life because you could coach a whole season. Then as soon as it's over, you already recruiting, you already looking. So it ain't never over. And then you got that wife that's like, this dude in basketball. But to change your trajectory of just not being a coach, but being around and seeing partnerships with television stations and seeing how you can. So let me ask you this first. I don't know if anybody asked you this. This year is at TSU. Excuse me. Will it be a traveling show to different schools in the next 5 years?
So I'm glad you asked that question. And that's the unique thing about this. This is Final Four weekend. Wherever the Final Four go, we go. Think about it. New Orleans last year, Houston this year, Phoenix year 3, San Antonio year 4, Indianapolis year 5. Huge, to get a platform like this. And let me just take it back even further. So during the 22-23 basketball season, we had 66 of the top players in Black college basketball on our initial watch list, from the MEAC, from the SWAC, from the CIAA, SIAC, our 3 independents, Tennessee State, North Carolina A&T, and Hampton, because they play in the PWIs. So 49 participating HBCUs, 66 of the top players in Black college basketball. A week and a half ago, we announced the top 24 players. So this is huge in itself because we get an opportunity not only to be a part of the college basketball biggest weekend with those other Final Four teams, we get to have a presence because of our partnership with CBS Sports.
Woo!
We're inclusive of a lot of things that they're doing. And so that's why this is important to our culture and important to make sure, and this is the kicker. We're 1 day before the men's national championship game. So we're in between that Saturday game, which we would take our guys because of our relationship with the NCAA.
Oh, they get to go to the game.
Take our guys to the game, Grip. Take them to a let experience.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna throw this in here. Last year, April 2022 in New Orleans, we're in a suite. Magic Johnson gets the word that the HBCU All-Stars at the game. Magic Johnson comes to our suite and meets every player, every person in there, speaks to him. Big time love for us. Not even 30 minutes later, Grip, Jamie Foxx get the word that we're there. Jamie Foxx come through and show us love. And that's what it's about because, we're going to support as much as we want our HBCUs to win a national championship before our lifetime. We hope it happens. But the reality, if it doesn't happen, this is our championship.
Exactly. Come on.
This is a culmination of all that hard work and effort that all our teams put in. And check this out. It's Team Dr. Dick Barnett.
I was about to ask you about the coaches.
Team Willis Reed, for us, the team, because we recognize our legendary players, much love and respect to Willis Reed, passing away. But we want to be able to show love for our HBCU legendary players that paved the way in our HBCUs, as well as their illustrious NBA careers. Kenny Blakeney, the head coach of Howard University.
I was going to ask you about that. These coach of the years, speak on them. This is good.
Yep. Yeah, Kenneth Blakeney, who would represent, he ended up winning our Ben Jobe HBCU All-Stars National Division I Coach of the Year.
Good.
Jay Butler, Representative Jerry Johnson, legendary coach Jerry Johnson, longtime coach that was at Lemoyne Owens College. Jay Butler, the head coach at Virginia Union, ended up winning our HBCU All-Stars National Division II Coach of the Year. You know, and so we got Benji Taylor as assistant coach, represent Tuskegee University. And so Jay Butler will represent the assistant coach also. And so we got Dante Jackson, the head coach at Grambling State University.
Come on, baby.
And you know, it's really fitting because he's representing Grambling State University and he's coaching Team Willis Reed. Man, is that powerful?
It's beautiful.
Man, that's beautiful. And so we have Team Dr. Dick Barnett versus Team Willis Reed, you know, Kenny Blakeman and Benji Taylor versus Dante Jackson and Jay Butler. And so those guys are excited to represent our brand of basketball at the highest level and show that our brand of basketball matters in all of college sports.
What I love about this, Coach, is I'm getting chills just thinking about your partnership. When Latoria sent me, your publicist, who's a great friend of mine as well, when she sent it out to me, I was like, oh, they already got CBS and Paramount Plus? Like, for people who don't know, partnershiping and what you're doing. So for me to ask, is this going to be at all the, you know, the HBCUs? And you like, Griff, it's going to be at the Final Four and the championship weekends. Like, it gives me chills because now you got two reasons to go to that city. But with us, our reason never changed because we can't not be Black. So I'm just thinking about how you about to do it big, like All-Star Weekend everywhere, where they come in on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? The parties start on Thursday. But how huge is that? I'm thinking about your merchandising. I'm like, oh man, the merchandise gonna be crazy. I see you.
Yeah.
You got everybody, the MEAC, the SWAC, the CIAA, like, that's all us. So who wouldn't want to wear that proudly when you go to see a North Carolina and a Duke and an Indiana or something? Man, I'm about us. And our show, I Hate the Homies and Radio One, we congratulate us on a daily. And Coach, I just want to say, man, I'm excited because it's in its infancy stages still, with the partnerships, with the merchandising, with 3 years is. Man, let me just say, when can we do a comedy show during the weekend? That's what I need to know.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey, that's all. Hey, let's keep adding these components. Like you mentioned, they come in Wednesday. We bring our guys in Wednesday. And so let me put in perspective. You know, when the NCAA Final Four teams come here, they have their 4 participating schools. They ride around in their NCAA sponsored buses and all this other stuff through the city of Houston, one of the top media markets. I didn't want to give our guys any less service, Griff.
Straight up.
So we went out and did the same. They got us a customized HBCU All-Stars bus.
Come on!
Right through the city. When we pick them up from the airport Wednesday, they're going to walk outside and see this bus like, whoa, game changer. We want our guys to know that that's how much we value what we doing.
Straight up.
And so not even that, Griff, check this out. This is the HBCU All-Stars Championship ring. Each one of the players last year got these rings. Every year, the 2023 players will get these rings as well, because it's our championship. That's how we value this, being able to celebrate on this grand stage. And now we get an opportunity to do it on HBCU campus.
Woo!
One day before the men's national championship game.
Woo!
Live on us, prime time CB. And this is the kicker, girl. If you know you into the business. Now we're doing college game day. We have college game day, day leading into it. So the game starts at 3. We got an hour pregame show leading into it. And so for you, I'm gonna allow you to put it in perspective so folks understand the magnitude of what this means for our culture and supporting it, you know.
I'm gonna let you go, Coach. I just want to say this, man. God bless your vision, dog. God bless your vision, because this is bigger than you. And when you have to do something that's bigger than you, and you the trailblazer for it, it's no help. So God bless your thoughts, your imagination, your creativity, the people that's around you supporting you, because this is humong giant, my guy. I'm so happy for you, dog. Thank you for being on I Hate the Homies podcast. Whatever you need from Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell or Ricky Smiley, just let us know, and we will continue this. And next year we there. We're not gonna just be talking. I Hate the Homies is gonna be right there, and it's gonna be perfect. And anybody else you want to shout out real quick, dog?
Yeah, I just want to, first of all, take Latora, my PR, has done an amazing job here based in Houston and Atlanta, just really pushing it to the forefront, just like having this interview here, just all our corporate partners and our staff. You know, like I said, this is a total team effort because, as you mentioned, it's a God-driven vision, man. Everybody wins in this. You know, we do free college admissions fair. We're doing a lot of community outreach engagement. Griff, we're doing a pro day combine prior to the All-Star game, where we're inviting NBA teams here on Friday prior to the game. Because as you know, they're already here for the Final Four. So we're doing a pro day combine. We hired
so they can see the boys.
Exactly. We hired the same company that does the NBA combine in Chicago. We hired the same company to come do it for our guys because we know how important it is, because we don't get those guys on our HBCU campus. There's no excuse now. We're making it easy for you. Come here. We're having a pro day combine. We're doing all the measurements, and then we're going to let them play in front of you. And so that's how hey, I'm going to leave you with this, man. We call it the ear and oar. HBCU All-Stars is a Black-owned sports marketing, events, and media company in Atlanta. Ear and oar, exposure, access, recognition, opportunities, resources, and results. That's what we're about. We want to be able to provide for our students. And when we say our students, hardworking, talented, ambitious students, student athletes, and very deserving students and student athletes, and some of our brilliant coaches, as you know, don't get the shine. Whether or not they want to stay in the HBCUs, we don't get those opportunities that our other colleagues get. So I'm fighting for everybody.
Yeah, you are.
Everybody. Everybody wins in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the trailblazer, the visionary, and a good friend, I Hate the Homies, Coach Travis Williams, who is past coach now, but every student you meet for the rest of your life, he gonna just call you coach. So we gonna call you coach too. Coach, have an amazing weekend, my friend, and I'm gonna see you real soon.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Stay blessed. Hey, this is Travis Williams, HBCU All-Stars. I hate the homies.
Dog, there it is. I'm excited, man. Y'all know me, man. I'm real big supporter of all HBCUs.
I already know. I'm sure you got an HBCU hat on right now, don't he, Super Dave?
Yes,
Boom. You already know.
Tattoo.
HBCU, know. And go follow HBCU, know, anywhere on social media if you ain't got nothing else to do. But, man, great interview, big dog. Glad you got a chance to sit down with him. H-Town is going to be fire for the Final Four, and then the women are going to be in Dallas. So Texas is going to be crazy. The women's Final Four is in Dallas the same weekend, man. So let's get it popping, man.
How the kid said, Texas is going to be lit.
Lit? Like a lamp?
Indeed, man. So on that note, continue to tell a friend to listen and watch I Hate the Homies podcast, anywhere you get your podcast, YouTube, all that good stuff, man. Rock Teasy is who I be.
It's your boy Griff, the first homie, and I hate the homies. 44. That's the president I like. 44.
This is your boy Super Dave. If 1 week we can get past the numbers, I'll be okay. But you know what? Guess what?
We don't care. And quit talking so soft, man. You over here with some grown homies. Quit talking so soft, man.
That was very unsexy, dog. I hate it. I'm leaving now. Ray Dagger!
Holla.
I hate the homies.